This time I'm going over Dwyer's Head. You can sink or swim.
Sorry, not interrupting anything, am I? Bloody traffic. I would have been here 20 minutes ago. Hi, mate.
Hi, Tom.
I've been through more doctors than the Nuremberg trials. You're not as stupid as most people think. Merle's lovely, isn't she?
Well, she's not the monster people make her out.
Here it is. All we need is your signature.
What for?
Merle's release. We can get her back tonight.
So where are the card and flowers, Lucas? I gather you've heard.
Yeah, must be pretty tough.
What'd you know about it?
I saw a few guys go down in the army. They were scared, but they knew there was no point in making a song and dance about it.
Maybe I'm the one who doesn't know anything.
We can fix that.
How?
Books. I'll get you everything you need to know on the subject. You can read, can't you?
Of course I can read.
Well, at least that way you'll know exactly what's going on if you want to face up to it.
I don't remember nobody named Kath.
Sure you do. You used to share a cell with her. She used to read to you all the time.
I don't remember nobody named Kath. I said so, didn't I? You got any requests, Max?
It's okay, you can do it. I'm here to see you now. The sight of blood doesn't bother me if that's what you're worried about. Go for it. The girls leave you the scissors, did they? Now you've made me jealous. Nobody leaves me presents like that. You had all night to do it, Maxwell. Why didn't you do it then? You scared you mightn't have been found in time? You scared you might have carked it? You bitch! You sticking bitch! That's too easy, Maxwell. Go away. Just go away. You haven't put a foot right since you've been here, have you, Maxwell? Just one mistake after another.
I don't need your help, Connors. I don't need you to...
You do? You need me to get the screws to stop you doing it. Or would you rather bleed for a while and make it look good?
You're trying to use psychology on me.
Well, I'm glad you can see the funny side of it. Don't be a bloody fool, Maxwell. Ask for help.
There's no one in this place who'd want to help me.
How would you know? You've always been too proud to ask.
You'd help me?
Yeah, if you like.
Why?
You're dead a long time, Maxwell. Why rush it, eh?
But I thought you liked Mr. Lucas. I do, he's real nice. I just don't want a special class. Why not? He's gone to a lot of trouble for you. I know all about special classes from that other place. As for when you're not normal.
Shh! Don't be silly.
I'm not silly. I'm normal. I am. I bought Merle Jones for you, Mr. Lucas. I've got to go to work now. Now, you be good. I'm not staying. You are. I'm not, I tell ya. I'm normal. I am. I don't need no special class. You lost your voice or something? Still. Converse. What's that mean? Well, why didn't you say so instead of trying to trick me with them big words? Trick. Raz. Will eat. That's stupid. It doesn't mean nothing. Why don't you write something proper? Why? All right. No. You're... You're not allowed to call me that. Mrs. Reynolds said so. Nobody is.
You called me at first.
Yeah, but that's different because you weren't sent... You just talked.
Oh, yeah. You won.
Oh, and what?
The game. You made me talk instead of writing.
I did?
Yeah, but you'll lose points for spelling mistake.
What mistake?
You spelled "you're" wrong. I spelled it right.
Well, I still reckon you are.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts to you too. Want to play another game?
Yeah, but this time you gotta make me talk.
Okay.
All right. Like he doesn't say nothing, not a word. Just gives me this funny little wave and a big grin, takes Merle off me. It's real weird.
I reckon he's all right. Merle could do a lot worse.
At least won't put her in the loony bin. Like her so-called mate.
I'm supposed to work here today.
Oh, you're not gonna put up with that, are you, Reed?
Yeah, we don't work with scum, Maxwell.
Go and eat one of your chops.
You murderer. Yeah, see how you like being doped.
Yeah, get out of here, Maxwell.
That Brumby.
I told you, Spike. I didn't know she was going to do it to you. I tried to pay her back. Well, didn't we, Vic? I could have done it without you. I didn't need your help.
A bulldog. You're a pair of pigs, both
That's
of
too
you.
good
Yeah,
for
I think
him.
we should get
Stop
on
it,
what
stop it, just shut up!
Bloody idiots. She's laughing at us and I don't blame her.
Well, we didn't know she was there,
Oh,
Reed.
she's always there, Lurch. Always looking for an excuse and we're always giving it to her.
But Catherine Brumby
Oh,
deserves
lay
to
off,
be-
Lurch. I'm sick of hearing about it. If any of you had any brains, you'd use them to give the freak. Just once, if you'd stick together and tell her to get stuffed, you might get somewhere. She's not a bloody army. She's just one woman against how many?
Yeah, well, what about Maxwell, Reed? Look at what she's done. Set up Spike and Jackson just so she could escape. Put Merle in the bin, then she goes and murders some joker.
That joker was the bastard who put the frighteners on you, remember? When Jackson was trying to help Spike, they were the guys she was up against.
Yeah, she sort of got me off the hook by killing the bugger.
Yeah, and she came clean to get Merle back here.
Still don't reckon she should get away with it. Yeah, she's a real bitch.
Too bloody tired to argue with you. If we don't stick together, we'll never get nowhere.
What's happened, Connors?
So they put you on skip.
Oh, keeps me out of their way and them out of mine.
They're still fighting?
No.
That's something, I suppose.
Are you going to tell me what's going on?
It's nothing.
Look, I've only been gone for a few days, but everything's changed.
Well,
You've changed.
oh, I hadn't noticed.
Come on. Instead of bashing me, you're suddenly defending me. Suddenly you want to help me.
Oh, well, I've been a bit crook. Not supposed to get overtired, you know.
What's that got to do with you standing up for me?
God, once you sink your teeth into something, you don't let go, do you? Just like Nat's a real bloody nag. Still, she had a good effect on the women. Stopped a lot of stupid things happening in here.
So do you. You stopped me this morning. Thanks. This illness, did the doctor say exactly what it was?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Anemia. That's why I keep getting tired all the time. See you around.
Where in the hell is Lurch? Sick of all the bludgers around this place.
She went looking for Rita. She was worried about it.
Geez, that's all we need. A top dog so sick she couldn't punch out a paper bag.
Yeah, and what about the way she stood up for Maxwell? I reckon she's gone sick in the head if you ask me.
She stood up for you in case you hadn't noticed. Though why she'd bother, I don't know. You'll double-cross her the first chance you get.
Okay, I tried saying I was
What do you
sorry.
think you're doing, Tucker?
I wasn't doing nothing.
You're attacking Marsh. I saw it.
No, she wasn't, Mr. Adams. I fell off the press and she was catching.
I don't believe you, and neither will the governor. Come on, Tucker.
They're telling the truth, slime bag, so leave them alone.
Just keep it up, Mullins. You can go and see the governor too.
Ugh.
Where have you been, Jenkins?
Been to the loo, you want to try and prove something different?
Right, that's it. You can both go and see
No
the
one's
governor.
going nowhere, Roddy boy.
Right, girls?
Right, slime bag. So it's all of us or it's none of us, and you take your pick.
Righto, Mr. Adams. How are you going to get all of us to go with you if we don't want to?
What the hell's the matter with you today? I'll call for reinforcements. It's how. We'll see about this. We'll see.
Oh, gee, Mr. Adams, I'm sure reinforcements will come along any minute.
Hey, do you know what we did?
Yeah, shoved it to Adams.
No. We did what Rita said. We stuck together and he backed off. He couldn't handle the lot of us, so the bastard backed off.
Yeah, we didn't have Rita here either. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Look, you can forget about it working on Ferguson. Adams is a wimp, but the freak you pay.
She can't bash us all.
Not all at once, but sooner or later, even if it's a bloody day you get out.
That's not how to spell biscuit. You lose 2 points.
Bugger it.
Oh, you just spoke out of the game.
All right, show me how to spell it. Biscuit. That's stupid. That's not biscuit.
Yeah, I know. It's a hard word, Merle, but we use it a lot. You have to know how to spell it.
Ah, nah, I'm just gonna eat cakes from now on.
I'm going, Merle. It's all right.
Who was that? But she knew you.
Don't want to talk about her.
Oh. I thought we were going to be real friends and tell each other everything.
She was someone I used to know, and I don't want to know her anymore.
That's the end of work, Belle. Better start cleaning up. They'll be in for lunch soon.
When can we do this again?
Oh, I thought you didn't like these special classes, Merle. I thought you were too normal.
I am. I'm just not too sure about you. Gonna cook the old Reet something real nice. Cheese on toast, that's what we'll have.
Hey, Alice.
Oh, jeez, what are you doing here? They'll nail you to the shed door if they catch you, Harry.
I was worried about you. Anyway, I'm a trustee now. Just doing a bit of yard maintenance.
Yeah, well, this isn't the yard.
Alice, love, what?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, sure, I'm fine.
I'm just worried. You're taking on so much with Reet.
Do you know if you boil vegetables, all the goodness goes in the water?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, well, I boil everything, frozen peas and all.
I saw Rita outside,
What was she doing?
walking down by the fence again.
Oh, she's just stewing and thinking, going over and over it. Oh, bloody stinks. Why her, Harry? Why not me? What's she done to deserve what she's got?
Nothing, love. Look, we can only play the cards that are dealt us.
Yeah, well, the bugger that deals them want to be shot.
It's all right, love.
Grosvenor, Jenkins, stop this canoodling at once. Grosvenor, you're a trustee and you have abused that trust.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Pringle. I was just trying
Jenkins,
to...
you're crying. What have you done to her?
It was nothing, honest. It was Reet. And Harry was just...
Yes, I see. Grosvenor, aren't you supposed to be on yard duty? Go on, outside.
Yeah, I'm going, Mrs. Pringle.
Well, go on.
Yeah, I'm going.
Geez, you're not going to report him, are you, Mrs. Pringle, please?
There's nothing to report, Jenkins. I think under the circumstances we should put our best foot forward, don't you?
Oh, you're a real beaut, Mrs. P.
Jones, this dining room's supposed to be restored to normal well before lunch. That's the governor's instruction, and I intend to see it carried out to the letter. You'll speak when you're spoken to, Jones.
None of your sentences or question marks looking for an answer.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, that was a question mark. English.
Rubbish.
He's not. Tom's teaching me and knows all about English.
Just get on with your work.
All right. I don't feel like conversationing with you anymore anyway.
Maxwell, come with me. You're moving in with Mullins. You can shift your stuff before lunch.
I'm not having her in with me.
You'll do as you're told and like it.
Like hell, I will. No way.
That suits me just fine.
Too good for us, are you, Maxwell?
Never learn, will you?
Yeah, we're not going to be nice to you just because Rick
I
doesn't
still
think
owe you one.
Oh, Maxwell, You can come too, Mullins. I'm sure your cellmate would appreciate a hand moving her things.
Get stuffed, freak.
Oh, Mullins. You won't have to share in solitary. I'm sure that'll make you happy.
Get stuck, freak!
Looks like solitary's gonna be a bit crowded tonight, freak.
Won't work, ladies. Been there before and it just won't work. You'll get loss of privileges, extra time on your sentences, and they're only the legal punishments. Lots of other ways and means, and I'll use every one of them.
You just try it. You're not a bloody army.
Get stuck, freak!
We did it! We beat the freak!
Yeah. But for how long?
Well, it boiled over whilst you were out.
Of course. And?
Our esteemed supervisor has just returned from the Premier's office and is demanding your presence now.
There goes lunch.
Now, he can wait.
I fight better on an empty stomach.
Well, good luck. And don't forget to fight dirty if you have to.
I have to talk to you. It's urgent.
Can't it wait?
No, it's out-and-out rebellion. Practically a riot in H Block. I want the guilty parties sent to solitary. Loss of privileges for 6 weeks and all standing remissions to be cancelled.
It's rather harsh punishment. What are the charges?
Refusing to obey an officer, threatening an officer, insolence towards an officer with use of foul language.
And your witness?
I was the only officer present.
Miss Ferguson, I have warned you before about bringing forward charges without the corroborating evidence of another officer. Now, if, as you say, there was danger of a
Of course
riot...
there was. Do you think I'm making it up?
Please don't raise your voice to me. I'm well aware of your tactics in baiting the women. You probably went too far this time and they retaliated.
It's your reforms that have done this.
That for the time being, you don't go amongst the women without an accompanying officer. That way there'll be a witness to any further rebellion, as you call it, and also to any baiting that may occur. Now, I really must go.
I will be formally requesting charges in my daily report.
And as I said, if you have the corroborating evidence of another officer, you may have a case.
And Tom said it won't be long and we'll be writing our own play.
It's Mr. Lucas, Merle.
Hey?
You must address your teacher as Mr. Lucas, dear.
Nah, he said call him Tom and I'm gonna. But I'll still call you Mrs. Pringle.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Miss Ferguson.
What do you want?
Today's the day we usually get given our phone money. I'm absolutely skinned. I want to ring me mum. I was wondering, are we going to be getting it as usual? Our phone money.
Money will be distributed, as usual.
1, 2, 3. Mother quarter 3. Put it in the ring.
Stop that!
1, 2, 3.
Stop it, I tell you!
Put it in the ring.
You stop it!
Ladies, please.
3 cheers to Mrs. Pringle. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Well, grass tackle, Urge, thanks. I hope it's all right for you. I mean, I don't want to make you worse. What are you yabbering on about? There's probably proper food you should be having. You know, stuff that won't make what you've got worse. We should ask the doctor. Cancer. That's what I've got. Cancer.
Cancer, otherwise known as old Jimmy Dancer.
Stop it, will you? Just
Oi, if anyone's going to get depressed around here, it's going to be me, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look, the judge is the one that gave us the sentence, right? And we all got to do our time one way or the other. Sooner or later it ends and we get out. But you got to keep fighting, don't you? Otherwise you go crazy. The Big C's no different.
But
we're all dying. You're dying. I'm dying. Even the bloody freak's dying. We've been fighting it since the day we was born.
I don't get it.
We look both ways when we cross the road. You don't go too near the edge of cliffs. You get jabs and stuff for polio. I just got me another fight, that's all.
Yeah. But cancer.
It's just another word. I'm ready to beat her. I'm
going to beat the hell out of it. Why didn't you say so?
How dare you? How dare you embarrass me personally and this department by going over my head to the Premier's
I
office?
didn't intend to embarrass anyone.
You should have used the proper channels. You know very well what they are.
Too well, I'm afraid. I know my report would have been relegated to the too hard basket because you personally don't agree with my recommendations.
You are the employee here, Mrs. Reynolds. You might try to remember that.
Yes. I also remember the terms of employment, and rehabilitation was very high on the agenda.
Your action was a blatant vote of no confidence in my administration. The Premier's aide inferred as much.
Your words, not mine. But I'd advise against any attempt to dismiss me from the service.
How dare you?
I'm sure the Premier would consider it more than an embarrassment to your department.
You are finished in this state, in the country.
We'll see. But I'll get my reforms, and that's what matters.
Thank God lunch is over.
You realise we're going to have a riot?
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. People get hurt in a riot. Could be you, especially if you've picked the wrong partner.
No, thanks. It's obvious it's you the women are after. Being your partner wouldn't be such a wise move.
Forgetting a few things, aren't you?
Such as?
Lisa Mullins.
Yeah, well, that would have worked once, but not anymore. You can't dob me in without implicating yourself, and I don't think you'd do that.
Oh, there are ways. Now, if we stick together and back one another up
Let's
against...
face it, Miss Ferguson, you've lost it. You shouldn't have come back. The women know you're working on a bluff. If it was me, I'd be getting out while the going's good.
I've been down before, Adams. I'll get back on top.
Yeah, well, none of us are as young as we used to be.
G'day, Mrs. Reynolds. Come on in. Thank you.
How's it all going? You settled
never
in all
felt
right?
better. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant me.
Well, I suppose I did, really.
Well, what can I do you for?
Talk to me, if you need to.
Look, Mrs. Reynolds,
I know you don't
appreciate-
want to talk now. I didn't so soon, but I am available, all right?
Ta.
Mrs. Pringle will be taking you in for counselling and the chemotherapy session. She should be here soon.
Mrs. Reynolds, you're going to think it's hit me brain already. But I'd rather go with Miss Ferguson. I just need things to be normal for a while. She's not going to treat me any different.
Just put your arms on top there for me. Stick your elbows up against the wall.
I want you to hold your breath now.
times when Wentworth used to get me down.
Frankly, I'm amazed you've still got a job. Me too. I certainly have to watch my back. I'm not surprised. He is fighting for his career. So am I, and I don't intend to lose.
Hey, Mrs. Reynolds. Hello, Mel. How was the lesson? Oh, real good. I reckon Tom must be the best teacher in the whole world.
I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear that. You enjoying your rec period?
Oh, yes. Great. We all are, Mrs. Reynolds. Yeah, we didn't think we were going to get one after this morning. Hey, 3 cheers for Mrs. Reynolds. Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hooray! Hip, hooray!
Give it to me!
I was told to report to you.
Yeah, well, come in, take a seat. My name's Tom Lucas, but you can call me Tom. What do I call you?
Very angry if I've missed a rec period for nothing more than a departmental do-gooding session.
Well, that's nothing if not straightforward. I hope I don't sound like a department do-gooder. I can't stand them myself. So now we've got something in common. Will you sit down? Hopefully this session will do us both some good. Look, I need an assistant, and, well, your background suggests you might be the right person for the job.
If you've studied my background, you'll know that if I become your assistant, you'll wind up with an empty classroom. I'm not the most popular inmate here.
At least you're consistent.
Meaning?
Meaning you give up too easily. You studied and passed a remarkable number of part-time courses after you left school. As soon as you get in here, the whole thing stops.
Of course it did. This isn't a campus, it's a prison.
Doesn't mean you have to wrap yourself up in your own little cocoon. You've only developed one friendship the whole time you've been here. Now you've even given up on that.
How dare you? That's not true.
Looked that way this morning.
I didn't say anything because my presence was obviously upsetting her. You have no right to say I gave up on her.
Prove it to me.
I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
The hell you don't. You've got to prove it to yourself if you want to maintain your own self-respect. And you've got to prove it to Merle. You obviously still mean a great deal to that girl. She wouldn't react so violently if you didn't. Look, her education is enormously important to her. This is the perfect environment to patch things up.
Why are you bothering with this?
I like the girl. And she deserves better from life than she's had. Oh, I know it's not going to be easy, but fighting back never is.
Shut up and walk.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
I don't have to, Johnny!
So, with some reforms already in effect and others about to be introduced, I think it'd be a good thing if we made these discussions a regular thing. It's very useful for me to get your feelings about the women's reactions and attitudes. For instance, Miss Ferguson came to me just before lunch with a complaint about group insubordination in H Block. Has anyone else been the victim or aware of similar behaviour?
Well, their discipline was certainly lacking at lunchtime and in the afternoon rec period.
Oh,
too.
I don't think it was a problem, Mr. Adams. They were just being a little high-spirited. They seemed to fall into line quite quickly when I had a word with them.
You wanted to say something about this afternoon?
Well, just that they were a little high-spirited this afternoon, but they did seem to fall into line.
Well, that's very good to hear. If the women start being selective about who they're going to obey, the ones they choose to ignore may as well hand in their notice. Now, Mr. Lucas came to me with an idea for overcoming the problem between Maxwell and Jones. And since life was a lot easier when they were friends, I think we should open it up for discussion. Tom?
Well, the long and the short of it is, I'd like Maxwell to be allowed to work with me as a teacher's aide.
Oh, you've got to be joking. The woman's a convicted murderer. She's just been recaptured after escaping and committing a second murder, and now you want to give her a job that's regarded as a privilege.
Well, I'm inclined to agree. I mean, what's it going to achieve?
Merle Jones is so in love with learning, I'm convinced she won't toss it in. If Maxwell's my offsider, they're going to be forced to break the ice.
If your theory holds. I mean, what if you've misjudged Jones?
Which side?
Left. I said left!
Well, that's where they are.
Not mine, yours, you stupid bitch!
God's sake, what does it matter? Look, we've got to live together. Let's just get on with it, okay?
No way, screw lover. I'd be happy if you were out here somewhere else.
What do you mean, screw lover?
Ah, don't play innocent with me. If it wasn't for Adams, I wouldn't be in here, so it really gets up my nose having to share with his mole. What's so funny?
You thinking Adams and I are on together. The thought's enough to make me want to vomit.
And I was real scared because she had that look she gets when she's going to say something real mean. But all she said was, shut up and walk. So I did. And then I remembered what we talked about at Outside Rec. So I turned around and I said real loud, I don't have to jump!
We begin at the middle, Jones. I wish I did it. Can you imagine the look on his face? Good on you, Mel. You're a hero.
Oh, it was easy once I remembered. Hey, why don't we go and find another officer and I'll let you watch this time.
Jeez, like she'd know better than to encourage us. We don't just do it to any officer. We're doing it to Ferguson because she's a mongrel, and it's our way of saying so. If we do it to everyone, they'll reckon we're just getting rat bag and Renault won't do nothing for us. You all with me on that?
Yeah.
Good.
Come, Mel, I'll give you a game of hooking them.
Geez, thanks for the backup, Mother Mel.
Jeez, I'm sorry, Ren. She was so crooked when she came back from that place. I was
No negative vibes, okay? We're thinking for this, Sheila.
Anybody here seen Bradley? I said, has anybody seen Bradley? Smash!
Turn up the telly, Let's come here with all this chatter.
We want you to ask us to.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Lex. Hey, what do you reckon about the guy on the left?
They're certainly going to tell her the story.
Are they going to tell it too well, too soon?
I don't know. But for what it's worth, in the time she's been here, I've never known her not to face up to a situation.
I keep trying to put myself in her position to get the answer. I can't do it. A little voice keeps saying it couldn't happen to you.
Give them to her. Apart from the fact that she did ask for them. She's a gutsy lady, and I think she'll cope with it.
Oh, cut it out, Ledge. I'm full up to the gills with tea. I reckon you've got a strong streak of the palm in you.
Anyone home?
The door's open.
You girls should be more security conscious, you know? You're far too trusting. Oh, it's okay. Don't get up. Oh.
Whoever's writing your gags ought to be sacked. There's a couple going if you want.
Yeah, how do you like it?
How come I feel like Fay Ray all of a sudden?
Eh?
No, Ray.
She's the Sheila the monkey fancied in King Kong.
Lagger?
Get your own bloody tea. Don't worry about her. She's just dark as a banana's having her over. Yeah,
Oh, thanks a lot. You can both go stick your heads up and dig
Language. Maybe old, but I'm only little. Watch it.
Lurch, do you mind? Can we have a couple of minutes?
Yeah, sure. I'll be out in the garden if you want me.
Too soon?
I hope you don't mind me asking Lurch to go. She's the best mate, but she doesn't ride bikes. You know that feeling just before you drop a bike? When you know you've lost it. And there's nothing you can do except wait for it to hit, find out whether or not you're going to make it through this one. Well, that feeling, that moment, feels like it's going to last forever, but then it's gone before you know it. This moment isn't stopping.
Good on you. Come on, back again. Over this side. Okay, now, come on, get out of here. Come on, you can do it, Captain Marvelous. All right, now, up the other way. Pow! Don't
Out
let
of
it...
the way, Jones.
No.
Jones, get out of the way.
Nah.
You'll do as you're told.
I don't have to. Roddy the body!
What did you call me?
Roddy the body!
You stupid fat clown!
Don't you call me stupid?
Why not? Where have you just come from?
Me dorm.
From the asylum, Jones. From the loony bin. It's where you belong.
Shut up or I'll bop ya!
I'll go right ahead. One swipe from you, we can send you straight back there. Do you want to go back to the loony bin, Jones, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, you better learn to keep a civil tongue in your head. You're a mental
I'll be good, I
detective,
promise.
Jones.
I'll be
Yes,
good.
Girl alone, or so help me, I'll see to it that you never set foot inside this prison again.
You don't threaten me, Maxwell.
Oh, this isn't a threat. What I said before was a threat. This is a fact. If I so much as think you've been harassing Merle, I'll go straight to the governor with 2 bottles of contraband liquor I've kept and tell her to check them for fingerprints. Yours are all over them. Now, is that crystal clear, Adams? Because you won't be getting any second chances.
Yes, it's clear.
Off you go, Merle.
Not content with that, he rushes inside, smooth talks the receptionist out of her lipstick, then goes and writes on the bonnet of this car, mind you, "Don't bloody park here again."
I didn't.
And then later in the afternoon, he finds a crowd gathered around this car. Around the so, he goes over thinking the owner might be there and he can give him a piece of his mind. And who should be standing there but his boss? No! Yes, his boss had bought a new car, picked it up at lunchtime and not told anyone.
But it must be. I put it back there myself only 3/4 of an hour ago.
Well, it must have grown legs then, because it isn't here now.
I don't know, you youngsters, you need spoon feeding all the time. Here.
That was under P.
I always put it under P. Do the bag search for me, would you? Reception? Yes, Governor.
Wentworth Detention
42.
Centre. Good day, Tony.
No, I'm
How are you?
positive.
No, mate, you just
A
missed
block
it by a
has
couple of minutes.
39. I can check it if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Only take a moment.
About 4:15, quarter to
Right.
5. Yeah, all right, I'll do that.
What's that?
It's the message for Officer Hagen. Nothing
Oh,
important.
nothing important, right. Have you checked those cell blocks?
Well, where are they now?
Under C, of course. This place kind of makes me chatty.
Didn't yesterday.
Well, every day's a new day. You know what really gets up my nose about all this? All the chances I had that I blew. All the extra beers I could have sunk. The guys I could have had. The bikes I could have rode. The money I could have had. You think I'm joking? So humour me a little. How much do you think I'm joking about? Get out of your bloody magazine. How much do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know. Tell me.
$250,000. I know where it is and where to get it. There's nothing much to stop me now. You imagine it. $250,000. You interested?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside, the roses grow. They don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too. When morning comes around.